All right, let's jump right in. In this explainer, we're going to break down one of the most important dates in your annuity contract, the day your income stream actually begins. Let's get to it.
So let me ask you this. What do you think is the most important date in your entire retirement plan? And you know what? The answer might actually surprise you. It could very well be the day your retirement income officially kicks in. I mean, this is a huge moment. It's when you flip the switch from saving money to actually spending it.
Okay, let's get right into it. What exactly is this start date? Well, it has a specific name and, more importantly, a very specific job in your financial life.
So, the official name for this is the annuity commencement date. Just think of it like this. It's the finish line for the savings marathon and the starting pistol for receiving your guaranteed income. It's that magic moment when your investment finally starts to pay you back. Okay, so let's look at a quick example with Maria here. She put her money into an annuity back in 2023, but she set her commencement date for 5 years down the road, in 2028. Now, that 5-year gap is absolutely critical because it gives her money time to grow before those income payments start rolling in.
Now, what's really interesting is how this one single date basically splits the life of your annuity into two totally different parts, two key phases. So on one side, before that start date, you're in what's called the accumulation phase. This is when you're putting money in, you're building it up, you're letting it grow. And then bam, after that date, the switch flips and you're in the distribution phase. The tables turn and the insurance company starts sending you a check. It's a fundamental shift from building your nest egg to living off of it.
All right, so the big question is, when can you actually start getting your money? The good news is, you're not locked into just one path. You've got options. So let's explore what they are. First, we have the immediate annuity. You might see it called a SPIA. That just stands for Single Premium Immediate Annuity. This is really for someone who says, I have a lump sum of money and I need to turn it into a paycheck like yesterday. It's simple, it's fast, but the trade-off is that it's pretty much set in stone once you start.
Then you've got deferred income annuities, or DIAs. This is a totally different game plan. With a DIA, you're essentially buying a future pension for yourself at today's rates. And the longer you wait to turn on that income stream, the bigger those payments will be. It's a really powerful way to plan for income you know you'll need way down the road. Okay, now for a really popular modern choice, annuities that have what's called an income rider. You might hear it called a GLWB. The key word here is flexibility. This rider gives you the power to decide when to start your income, usually after a waiting period. But, and this is a big but, you still have access to your money. Now, that flexibility does come with a fee, but for a lot of people, having that control is totally worth it. And last but not least, we've got something for a very specific situation. It's called a QLAC. This is a special tool that lets you take a chunk of your IRA or 401k and buy an income stream that you can put off starting until you're as old as 85. It's a strategic move for people who want to lower their required minimum distributions now and guarantee they have income coming in later in life. Okay, that's a lot of options, right? So how in the world do you choose the right one for you? Well, it all boils down to your personal timeline and what you're trying to achieve. It really all comes down to this one simple question. Should you start your income stream now, or should you wait? Each path has its own pros and cons, so let's break down both sides of that coin.
Let's talk about starting now. This is usually the go-to choice if you're literally on the doorstep of retirement, say within the next year. If you need to replace your work paycheck right away and you just want something simple, guaranteed, and certain, this is a very clear and straightforward path.
But what about waiting? Well, delaying can be an incredibly powerful move. If you're still working, it gives your money more time to grow. Pushing that start date out lets you maximize and get much higher payouts in the future. Plus, if you use one of those income riders we talked about, you can get that future income without having to give up access to your money. All right, before we finish up, there are a couple of super important details we gotta cover. We're talking about the nitty-gritty, taxes and potential penalties. You definitely want to know this stuff before you make a decision. Okay, you absolutely need to keep these two things in mind. First up, taxes. It's pretty simple. If you funded your annuity with pre-tax money, like from a traditional IRA, then 100% of your income payments will be taxable. But if you used after-tax money, then a portion of each payment is considered a tax-free return of your original investment. Second, and this is a big one, watch out for your age. If you start taking income before you turn 59 and a half, the IRS can hit you with a 10% penalty on the earnings portion. So as you can see, picking the right commencement date isn't just a small detail, it's a huge piece of your retirement puzzle. Making sure that date lines up perfectly with your own personal goals is absolutely key. Now, if you'd like some help sifting through these options and comparing annuities to see what makes sense for you, that's what we do at the Annuity Expert. Our services are always completely free. Just give us a call at 770-755-1565 or check us out online at annuityexpertadvice.com.